Aloha, everyone. Well, I'm here in Italy. It's been a while. It's been an actual couple of years since I've been able to come here. This is my place. Well, I mean, this is the side of it. This is one of the pergolas, although we don't have the wisteria up there yet. And the town right there is Penna San Giovanni. Beautiful location on the eastern side of Italy. And what an amazing day today. Look at this day. God, I mean, just, you gotta love nature when it gives you so much beauty. And Christina's over there. She's doing some work. She's on a call right now. And that's my grill. I know that I sent a video earlier just to test because, you know, these Facebook Lives, it would be pretty late in the night for me. It'd be about 10 p.m., I think. And that's usually about the time that we're having dinner. Things are different here in Italy, obviously. And just so happy to be back. The people here are absolutely amazing. And that's the door to my kitchen right there. Such a beautiful location. I love this place so much. And yeah, just totally casual today. We drove around, ran a bunch of errands, and I got back home and I'm like, I'm gonna pre-record this Facebook Live. So it's not technically a Facebook Live. So those of you who are logging in, aloha, good to see you. Or ciao, I should say, ciao from Italy. And today I want to talk about a blog that I recently released that has to do with forgiveness. You know, forgiveness is so different in the Hawaiian culture than it is in Western culture. In Western culture, it's not even called forgiveness. It's an apology. It's, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry doesn't do shit. It doesn't. Please forgive my language. It doesn't do anything. I'm sorry ends about 12 inches from your mouth and doesn't ask for any kind of response whatsoever. I'm sorry is just a statement of being. And quite frankly, some people can just respond with, no, you're not, or not sorry enough, or you will be in a worst case scenario, right? Western culture has it so weird. Forgiveness is so different in Western thinking, where it's, I'm going to go apologize. And there are some people for whom the apology comes in and they sit there thinking, well, sure, I accept your apology. And yet years later, they keep bringing it up again. So there's a couple of concepts that are not quite right with this. And the Hawaiian word is pono. The Hawaiian word is pono. Pono means to be right. And when you're right, it doesn't mean I'm right and you're wrong. It means that you're right. You're just done. You're Italian word, finito. You're finished with it. It doesn't need to come up ever again. I had a trainer, a teacher at Huna years back. Her name is Sally Bishop. She passed away well over a decade ago. Amazing woman. And she was a drummer. She lived in Hawaii for a while, drummed with Kumu Etua, my teacher of hula. And, you know, she had an amazing way of looking at forgiveness. She said to forgive and to not forget is to never forgive in the first place. Let me say that again. To forgive and to not forget is to never forgive in the first place. Simply meaning that if you hold on to it, that's your stuff. If you hold on to it, it's literally you avoiding forgiveness. And that's the Western mindset. The Western mindset is, I'm going to forgive you. Actually, I'm going to apologize and always remember. See, that's not forgiveness. You only hurt one person by holding on to a grudge. You only hurt yourself. You only hurt yourself by holding on to it. When you hold on to it, what did a student recently said? Holding on to a grudge is like drinking a poison, thinking you're going to harm the other person. Now, see, the biggest blocks to forgiving is that people think, well, if I forgive, it makes it okay. No, it doesn't. If you forgive, it makes you okay. You can forgive and say, I'm done. I'm not coming back around and doing this again with this person. I remember one time I had to fire someone. I had to let them go. I had to terminate them from the company. And come on, let's be clear. Firing someone is not comfortable. Firing someone is horrible. It's not fun. And getting fired isn't fun. And yet, if you've ever been fired or you had to fire someone and you kick them in the butt on the way out the door, maybe it feels good in the moment, but afterwards you're like, I could have handled it so much better. I could have dealt with this in a cleaner way. I had to let someone go. I had to terminate someone, and I shared with them how amazing they were and how great their time with the company was, and that I wished them the best. See, I did Ho'oponopono before they came into my office, and then I just sat them down and said, this just doesn't work. Your values, our values, it doesn't match. It doesn't fit anymore. And so I'm going to have to let you go. And I did it in a way that was calm, centered, and balanced, not in a way where I was going to kick them in the butt. I was done though. So you got to remember that forgiveness doesn't mean that what happened was okay. Forgiveness doesn't mean that what occurred is right, or that you even have to be friends with this person anymore. Forgiveness means you're letting go of the baggage and getting a lesson, the ano I. Ano I is seed. Ano I is the learning that you get from something. You see, you're going to forget what happened. You're going to remember the lesson. You're going to remember the lesson of what occurred, because the lesson is so important. The lesson is what allows you to move forward. The Hawaiian phrase imua, to move forward, means that you sit there and you go, okay, this wrong thing occurred, and what am I going to learn from this so that I can move forward in my life and be free of the baggage from the past? You can't drive a car down the road if you're looking in the rearview mirror. It just doesn't work. You got to be able to look forward. So you're letting go of the baggage and you're remembering the lesson, and the lesson has to be positive. The ano I has to be a positive seed that allows you to move forward in your life. That's true forgiveness. So I guess the big lesson is give up the Western concept of apology and go for forgiveness instead. You can read my blog about it. Also, I've done webinars on forgiveness, and you can go look at the YouTube videos that I got, or you can check out the app. It truly does make a difference when you forgive and you forget, and you remember the lesson, you learn, you move forward, and you grow. And that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do as humans. Okay? I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to keep doing these Facebook Lives. It's not going to be an actual Facebook Live from here, because I'm going to pre-record them. Ooh, that's a bright sun, but I won't complain about that. So I'm going to go back to enjoying my vacation and enjoying the Italian countryside here with my grill and my girl. All right. Love you guys. Aloha. Bye-bye.